Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to continue today and talk about when I was in school, some of the earlier years when I was in school, and drank my coffee. Wait a second, I forgot to put my coffee in there. Old age. Check that out. Clear water. Let's put our coffee in there. Try out a little bit of our coffee. Nescafe. This is like my third cup, so we really put a lot in the third cup. Maybe half a cup of coffee. Really a whole lot, because I don't want to drink too much coffee at one time. I limit myself to about 12 cups a day. Now I can, I think three is my limit, or 2.5 I would say. That's better. And black coffee, no sugar. Never had it, never will. So anyways, let's get back to talking about when I was still in middle school, I guess. I said before, Booker Elementary and then Booker Middle School, and next to it was Booker High School. And a lot of times when I was in middle school, I used to roam around the high school. Whether I showed up in the class or didn't show up in the class, I used to wander around the place. So, and back in the days, back in the 80s, there used to be a lot of bullies. Now, I was good size for my age. I wasn't a shrimp, but there was a lot of people that was... Now, I wasn't a shrimp for my age, but, I did get picked on. There was these kids, because back in the 80s, there seemed like some kids that was, in their 40s and still going to school, and they looked like these big, country, redneck, flat top. I mean, if you ever saw Buzz Lightyear, not Buzz Lightyear, Buzz... Toy Story Buzz. I wasn't a wimp and nothing like that, but I used to get beat up. There was a lot of big red. I wasn't a wimp or nothing like that, and I wasn't a shrimp or nothing. I was, decent size for being, I don't know, 14. But they was kids bigger than me. They was kids went to high school, and even some that was in elementary that was, 6'4" and big old redneck country boy kids, and that just would mess with people. If you ever seen, if you ever seen Buzz from Home Alone, well, imagine him with a pair of overalls on, wanting to mess with you. And so I used to get, picked on because I was always wandering around the school, and I was an easy target for a lot of these other kids that were skipping in class. And well, anyways, I remember this one day, and there was this bully that kept messing with me, and he used to, about every time I would go out and he'd see me over there, he'd mess with me. And one particular day he started making fun of me and talking about me, and I was, figured 14 years old, I'm going to stand up to him at least. Hey, quit talking about me. You can't talk about it. He said, what'd you say? I said, let's stop it. And he was just, he didn't say anything else. He just went over there to me, and they had these little metal rails that like walkway, the sidewalk, and then I guess flowers on the other side. Well, they was low, about 2 foot, wasn't very tall. Well, he just walked over there and bent down, grabbed my foot like picking up a kitty cat or something, and just picked it up, had it in a headlock, and twisted it, and it didn't break, but it's strained the mess out of it. It was just like an easy twist, to just twist like that, and it was twisted it and messed it up, and then dropped me back down and walked off like it was nothing. Well, I made it into the I made it into the high school principal or whatever their office was. Made it in there and said something to them, and they said, who did it? And I said, some boy, and he, they called my grandfather, and my grandfather, he was probably in his 80s, and he came over to the school and got me and took me to, I'm thinking it was the doctor, health department doctor or whatever. They took me over there, and they bandaged me up, said I had a sprain on my foot, and I got to stay out of school for I think a week or 2 weeks, but I don't know if they ever suspended that boy or not suspended that boy, because there was a lot of not making fun of rednecks, but if you ever get the definition of a country redneck, overall wearing kids, pimple face, Buzz from Toy Story looking kids, well, that was him. And well, that was pretty much all I got to say about stuff. It got messy until I got a little older, and then I stopped. I had left school, grew up, but yeah, that was the stuff that happened. And that's just another story in my life, and you guys can subscribe and click that like button and stuff, and I could come up with some more stories, and make up some more things, and come up with some more stories from the past that happened. I remember the time that we had a party in the skating rink and things like that, and remember the time that I lost my virginity. That was a guy that, no, I'm just joking. But anyways, subscribe, like, share with your friends, tell everybody. We'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.